Alright, I'm pretty sure we're up and running. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. Today is Saturday. It's bright. It's 13 degrees out right now. Hopefully you're staying cool or warm. Cool, I guess, if you're in the southern hemisphere. Warm, for sure, if you're up here with us. This morning, it was basically like 0 degrees. It is probably going to be only colder this weekend. So I'm hoping today is a day that I can keep you all nice and warm, tucked inside your bed. Or maybe you're at work and you're behind the counter, but they let you sit down with a heater on. All of those, perfectly reasonable. Today's stream, we got Dead Cells on the docket. We're going to be doing all 3 colors, starting off with probably Brutality, since that seems to be the hardest one. If I lose, I gift memberships. If I win, you know what to do. Wink. All right. And that. Then I have to do the same thing on the Twitch side. We are dual streaming Twitch and YouTube today. Oops. Guess I should say subs. All right. I am a little late today, so I think we're gonna go ahead and just like hop right in. Maybe just normal mode, so we aren't confused with what's turned on and what's not turned on. Good to see everyone. Shoutouts to those first-time chatters on the YouTube side. So the first person today is Mo Calisthenics. Welcome on in. We do have to change camera position. I mean, typically I like to have the camera for Dead Cells over the map. I just feel like that's the best real estate. You all might beg to differ or anything, but I like this spot. I didn't know people still play Dead Cells. Yo, Miss, what are you playing? If you don't mind me asking. You got this game about 3 weeks ago. Got the 3VC just yesterday. Good job. Good amount of playtime right there. A little bit of bubblegum. We'll start off with Brutality. See how it goes. No way he fails, right? I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be Brutality to start, but it's kind of looking like it, right? I really don't want this taunt. But, like, if a crowbar shows up, I'll do it. It's fine. You play this game, you're on 4VC, but you get heated because you have a hard time getting flawless. Sometimes the flawless depends on the gear you had. Some weapons gotta work a little bit harder than others. That's not to say a weapon is particularly bad, just some weapons got it easy. Easy life. You think about your favorite competitive games, and some decks or some characters just have it easy. You're out there trying to climb as Black Panther, meanwhile Bucky gets to do whatever he wants. Shoutouts if you know that reference. I'm usually okay when it comes to getting flawlesses, but I mean, I don't get them all the time. Luckily, this game isn't like, not Binding of Isaac. I think Into the Gungeon is the worst one, right? Where like getting the flawless almost determines how strong you are later on, because each flawless gives you like max HP. I don't think I was much of a fan of that. Like, I like the idea of rewarding people for getting a flawless victory, but like the difference in power between getting one and not getting one, I should have taken that with Wave of Denial. Figures. Wave of Denial would have helped me there. Now we won't get the V.60. Unless there's another 21 monsters on this map. Very unlikely. You have a hard time managing flasks. I can see that. Technically, it only gets worse when you get to 5 BC, but we got some guides out there that maybe help you out a little bit. Hopefully, it's a help. It'd be bad if the guides were actually worse. B, I checked out your guide, now I can't win. I'm doing everything you're saying, and somehow I'm back in 0 BC. Oops. Why did that aggro me? Alright, that did aggro the elite. We're gonna come up here. Little door action. You ain't never seen the door used like that before. Yo, Pyro, good to see you. Pyro, are you staying warm over there? It's bad today for some people. I have to probably run the washing machine today for the second time just to make sure those pipes stay in motion. Ran it this morning, but from what I was told, I should probably run it one more time. Freezing cold, sheesh. But Pyro, do you like it cold? Is this like your ideal setup? Are you a shorts in the winter kind of guy? No way. No sir. Nice, we got 30. I can actually be happy now. I'm gonna check this one spot just in case there's a challenge rift. I think it can spawn over here. Otherwise, we could just leave. Alright. I have seen stuff over here before. Like money. Sometimes it's an item right here. But alas. Yeah, chat, I can't do shorts almost 100% of the time. Not that I don't like my legs, but I feel exposed if I wear shorts like that. Right? I feel vulnerable. Like I'm gonna sit down in a chair, like a public chair, and get MRSA or something. Spike boots, move speed on kill. Let's actually keep this, just in case another like legendary Valmont shows up. I love using it because I'm used to it. I love using Panchaku because you're used to it. Panchaku is quite good in this game. If it shows up, I would be more than happy to give it a try. But it's a hard game, and it's a roguelite, so there's no obvious time that it will always show up. So I gotta be prepared for us not having it. Freaking bats. I haven't used spike boots in a long time. It does knock away these bombs. It was like pretty interesting. You'll almost wonder why does it need to do that at all. Oh my god, I couldn't... How did it live with 1 HP? That entire time? What in the world? I expect that to be dead a long time ago. Wait. That thing's like not taking damage from burning oil. Do you all see this? Wait, what? Why is it like immune to fire? That makes 0 sense. I still got cursed. Even though it died to the burning oil. Alright. It's probably one of the worst things I've ever seen. But, what am I gonna say? Who am I gonna report that to? Yo, Yopsalam, welcome on in. As a reminder, we are dual streaming Twitch and YouTube today. One of my resolutions for 2026 is to try to dual stream more often. Not 100% of the time, because really what happens is that I oftentimes just don't have a plan for the day. And it's really hard to stream on YouTube if you don't have like a set plan in mind. Folks on YouTube aren't used to just, I'm live, I'm playing whatever feels good that day. They need some kind of mission. They need an objective. Has nothing to do with attention spans and whatnot. It's just they really enjoyed seeing a thumbnail and title and being like, oh, okay, I know exactly what they're doing today. They haven't updated in 4 years. Are they ever gonna upgrade again? No. Development for this game is done. I make the joke of who am I gonna report that bug to? There is no one to report that to. It is what it is. The parry sound effect was really good on not parry shield, but knockback shield. I'm not a big fan of knockback shield, actually. I'd rather use ice shield. I feel like it almost serves the same purpose while being safer because it's AoE. Will you play the game they're working on? Yeah, I've been playing Windblown. I have quite a few vids on Windblown already. If you want to know more about the game, I think I have an explainer for the game too. We played Rogue Prince of Persia. True ending of that's already up on YouTube. We've done it all. Just search Veedotme and hopefully those show up. I think we have playlists for them too. If you're like more of a, I want to go through a whole video library, I think we have a full playlist. Windblown, of course, is still in early access. Rogue Prince of Persia is complete. They do say they have an update planned Q1 2026, so that would be like this month and the next couple of months. Windblown, I do not know how close we are to completion. Legendary multi-knock doesn't exactly scream brutality. But it's certainly not bad. Yo, Fruitstar, welcome on in. Catching live V playing Dead Cells, double dub. Yeah, today was, as I said, I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do today for live stream. But I know I haven't done this in a while. 3-color. We haven't done one for 2026, that's for sure. So I figure let's give it a try. Add some stakes to it too. Medium well. If I lose, we do some gift subs. If I win, someone out there might be so kind as to take me up on the offer. Let's leave that. Multi-knock legendary is good. Like, it's unfortunate we're playing brutality right now because I don't think it does anything while brutality. It's like maybe you could acrobatic pack it with a kunai. It would be kind of weird. Like hemorrhage kind of does that too. If you get a multi-knock that maybe has poison on hit. I guess technically there's infantry bow too. You know, I actually haven't played infantry bow in a long, long time. Maybe this is fun. And then you acrobatic pack it. You could even have the gat closer. Almost said glat closer. Or glat cozer, to be completely honest. Alright. Please die. Oh my god, it didn't die. Jeez. I can't kill this thing. Oh, yes, 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 we got it. Man down, man down. But yeah, we'll be playing Windblown. We've already played Rogue Prince of Persia. I was meaning to go back to Windblown for Channel 2. And shoutouts to you all, like, we have people who've actually subscribed to Channel 2 already. I don't know where they're coming from, to be honest. But the channel has 0 videos on it so far. I have stuff recorded. I have episode 1 of Silk Song. I have a Dead Cells run. I'm just gonna sell this stuff. I have Evil Egg. That's a new one. And then there's something else that's gonna go up. And hoping those start up on February 1st, if I'm lucky. There's a couple things I'm gonna do beforehand. Sometimes I get infected food with malaise on 1 BC. Does that do anything? If you get 10 of them, yeah, it's gonna do something. Otherwise, no, it's you will not see any effect. It'll probably, maybe it does activate maybe around the 4th one. But I think the odds of you finding 4 is like extremely, extremely slim. We're not gonna do spin to win here. Should you buy Rogue Prince of Persia? It's on sale right now on Steam. I really enjoy it. I think as a Prince of Persia game, if you think about it as not a roguelike that you're gonna just play for 1,000 hours, it's more like, here's a Prince of Persia story, almost like a Hades story, and to get through it, you have to do the roguelike. Or roguelites, I guess. No, it's probably more like a roguelike. I think it does that extremely well. I'm a big fan. And we were there since early access. Alright, I don't know if the acrobatic pack is gonna really work out, but we're gonna try it. And then... Instincto? Well, probably point blank, right? Oh yeah, this is brutality. Holy. You ain't never seen brutality looking like this. Double damage.
No. Look,
I don't think I take double damage, but it might still deal the double. Okay. What's the challenge here? We're trying to win with each color today. And if I fail, I'm gonna gift some subs. If I win, hopefully someone meets me on that offer and does the equivalent. Brutality Mushroom Boy. But, it's interesting, right? Because we're not gonna really explode the Mushroom Boy. But with Instincto, maybe you can. Alright. Nice. This one's transforming. Thank you, Mushroom Boy. Just saved my life. Literally just saved me.
No. Look at that damage. We're dead.
Now you might be asking me, why not just put all your points in tactics at this point? Just forget about brutality. We've got, what, 6 points? No, because you get 1 for free. We have 5 points in brutality right now. How truly bad would it be to go full tactics? I actually do not know. Minus 5 points is basically what we're working with. I still got curse. I exploded the Mushroom Boy, thinking that might help. I fear the game still cursed me. Alright. Just finished a run and defeated the Queen for the first time. So glad right now, a day of struggle, fruited in the form of a raw Pierre. I can't wait to unlock it. Oh, the Queen's one, right? Yeah, that's a spicy item, for sure. Oh, is that legendary? I think it has to be, right? Oh my god.
Chat. What happened?
Wow.
What happened?
Yo, friendly fire with the first ever Prime. Welcome to Rusty Dagger Hood. This is not a Rusty Dagger, but you can kind of pretend like it is. This has your name on it, friendly. Certainly not an item you can skip. This is so brutality. It's not even funny. Oh, wait, what do I do about these? It's never been more brutality than it is right now. Imagine swapping to a different color after doing this. Ain't no way. Thinking. Double pets? Oh, technically this could become hand hook. Hand hook on bosses? Maybe that's not terrible. Like, technically, I don't have to keep the stuff I'm using right now. It's just fun. You got a question? Is it unskilled to have map unlocked and infinite lives? You'd have to tell me. I have no idea. the question of if something's unskilled or not, like if you were a top 5 speedrunner in Dead Cells, like if I go onto speedrun.com and you are up there, then what difference does it make if you have the map turned on and stuff? You're literally like one of the top 5 of all time. If you're not on speedrun.com and you do have that stuff turned on, it's just like tomorrow you might be the best in the world. So it's like a non-question to me, I guess. I wish the bats did something. Should have gone down there, I guess. Wow, there's a random scroll fragment down there. Alright. Let's get out of here. Certainly, not the most normal build I've ever done. But this is certainly something. How to avoid the curse from the little guy? I think only grenades do it for some reason. Like if it dies from cluster grenade or powerful, I'm not getting cursed. And I assume that's a bug. Dracula's Castle. Oh wow. Well. Will you ever make a video explaining how to get all the weapons? I'm trying to think, like, from a viewer's perspective. You're gonna see a video that's like 2 hours long, because that's how many items there are in the game. We already have a tier list, right? The tier list doesn't say where the stuff is from. So, like, maybe that's a better avenue to, like, give that information. I feel like just... So, for example, we have unlock guides for, like, the 3 doors in Undying Shores. And, like, that's a very easy Google search. How do I open these doors? Here's a 2-minute video explaining how to do that. But I feel like it's a little bit different for just, here's all unlocks as a guide. I don't know. And again, like, I don't know everything from a YouTube perspective. I just have some ideas. Even today's video was technically a flop, right? Even though it's like the biggest update for Raven's Watch in a long time. So, like, technically you could say, well, you really don't know what's gonna be a good idea until it actually comes out as a video. My pets won't go for it. It's just tough, right? It's a lot of ideas out there, and as a YouTuber, you have no idea what's gonna land and what won't. And it has to be like a little more than just one person or even 2 people saying, hey, that might be a good idea. I appreciate the ideas, though, like 100%. Very helpful stuff. Get out of here. Oh, I lived. I hope he makes a video about synergies among mutations. You know what the other issue is that I'm starting to understand over time? because I think we have like a lot of new folks, which is great. Like, as someone doing YouTube, a new viewer is the best viewer. Alright, I take that back. Well, all viewers are great. Even the ones who feel like they are entitled to a certain kind of opinion and are in your comments. All viewers are great in some way. New viewers means that there are people out there who still have not seen everything and want to see more stuff. And then there's existing viewers who've, you know, been around, they know a lot about whatever game you're covering. So I'm starting to hear a lot of ideas that to me is like new player stuff. But then on the flip side, I would think that like a lot of my existing viewers don't need that stuff. And that puts me in a spot of like, I have no idea which one. If I had infinite time, you would do all of those videos, right? Mutation synergies, top 10 roguelikes, everything for everyone. Moral of the story is, I have no idea if I would do a mutation synergy guide or not. It's not a bad idea. Like, trust me, it's not. Yo, Horrorcore. Thank you. That is 5 months of Primicity. Soon to be a Balance Blade, I think. Unless you already are a Balance Blade. Still hoping for Handhook here. Poison the enemy Spite Sword. Kunai showed up. Giga Hemorrhage, 40% damage. Holy crap. Maybe I should have done the Hemorrhage. Now I feel bad. Alright. Moving on. Do want to thank everyone for tuning in today, by the way. As I said, I didn't have a full plan for today. It was probably going to be Blaze Blue training, because you all know that Blaze Blue X is still on the horizon, so I'd like to get those 100 wins. But I might just do that during the week. AV was my favorite weapon in Dead Cells, probably Bladed Tonfa. Just for fun factor, like it's a very fun thing to use. I have a question. I couldn't find a clear answer anywhere. Nocturnal, what's your question? If you couldn't find the answer anywhere, I might not have the answer myself, but we'll try. Do you ever have assist mode on? I probably have assist mode on right now. Multi-Death Infinite. I legit have it on right now. Am I gonna use it? Probably not. But yeah, I have assist mode lives turned on. Pretty often, actually. Now, technically, I don't usually do the damage and health ones. I'll typically keep those off. But I, especially as a content creator, if I'm like 50 minutes into a run that's a banger, that is like a YouTube-ready run, and I die to something miserable, and now I can't post the video, I am 100% using that revive. There's no way I'm gonna waste that. Once Leg Hugger is evolved, if I change ranks from 4 to 8, 8th one has baby stats, 4th one is better than 8th. Is that the question? Is it supposed to be better? Because it's supposed to be fully maxed out. If it's not, that's probably a bug. That was one of the first things they fixed in Leg Hugger. A lot of times what ends up happening for assist mode is that people will die and then continue to die, which means that probably something's wrong with their build or with their stats. At that point, you should probably just like take the L. But to me, if it was a death due to one of these cursed monsters, for example, that cursed you off screen because all it has to do is die, and you get grazed by just some random damage, I would not feel any kind of way if you revived. And technically, the revive part, people were save scumming anyway. Like, as soon as you die, people will Alt F4 to save the position of your character, and the game would reload you just fine. Oh wow, did I just... Okay, we're fine. So technically, people have been using the infinite lives in assist mode for years. It just now has an official thing. That's unlucky. No, Orkney! 10 months? Orkney, good to see you. Hope you're staying warm. There's one harpy left. I have to kill it without killing this thing. Nice. Because if I kill this, I get cursed. And there's like no monsters left. Oh wow, it died. No hand hook yet. First time catching me live. Can we get some redacted videos? I respect redacted. I think it is a cool game. In the spirit of full disclosure, and you all know me, I'm the most honest streamer you got. How many people on Twitter are in trouble right now? Right? So in the spirit of full disclosure, for Redacted, I died to the first boss like 3 times in a row. Same thing with RoboQuest. I died to the first boss like 3 times, and then I uninstalled the game. That's not to say that the game's bad, but me personally, after dying to the first boss twice, I lose all motivation to keep playing. Oh, this is fine. Why are we only at 14 scrolls? What should I be at? Orkney, what's that badge next to your Sata Stiletto? Alright. Get the pets out. Call out the dogs. Where can I submit a viewer build? If you're a channel member, I'm gonna make a post in like a couple days. And you can submit your build requests in the channel members post. thing hit me with a non-dead. Wow, how did I not take damage? Chat, the build's off. Oh, we got a transformation. Maybe that's gonna help. I doubt it. No! There's no way. Maybe if I did the self-destruct on the mushroom boy, maybe that would have cleared out the sickles, but I'm not gonna hold my breath on that. Alright. Who is stronger in your opinion, Beheaded versus Zenless Zone 0? I don't think I'm qualified to answer that question. I'm sure someone else out there is a bigger ZZZ fanatic than me. I saw Redacted from you, installed it right away, 100% the game. I just wish you would have... I just would have liked to see how I played. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad game at all. It's just for me to play more of it. And maybe, like, things could be a little bit different now. But I could not see myself doing more. Playing on mobile is tough with mistouches. It's like, I wonder if I could do that on DualSense. Chat, by the way, we are dual streaming Twitch and YouTube. My apologies if I miss any chat on either side. I'm not intentionally trying to miss chat. It's just it is moving, which is a good thing. Always appreciate that. I'll drink. Typically I would save, but it is fine, I think. We're gonna have a curse. If we're lucky, the curse is actually something. Right now, I would say that the build is not good. Not good. Bone. Would bone outperform? I feel like it's the throwable object that's the problem. Like, obviously, if I found a baseball bat or something, we could do that. Actually, let's do this instead. I think this makes more sense. So we have a tank curse. Almost killed myself. Spam the eatable if you have to. You get a reset with the legendary and get all your ammo back. If the monster didn't get stunned, you could die. I haven't done a single spin with the bone. They're like dying to the first freaking hit. It's bullcrap. I really want to get into Astral Ascent. I own it and all the DLCs, but you boot up the game once, it looks incredible. I just need to spend time with it so it clicks. Yeah, it's definitely a... Like, every time you unlock a new spell, the game gets better. like, the game fun factor is wholly dependent on what you have unlocked. I feel like Dead Cells is the same way. Like, imagine if it was just Blood Sword and Wolf Trap. I was about to say, what's wrong with my boy? Oh my god. This is why I don't play bow. It's like I bait myself into thinking I'll have the spin. Interesting. Is the Mushroom Boy screwing up my eatable? Hey, that looks cool. How do I do that? I just need that on repeat. No shop yet. Alright, we're kinda back so far. I think we still go to hand hook if it shows up. Probably change Mushroom Boy for Kitty Cat if that happens. Alright, first shop is a skill shop. Let's leave this. No mimic checks until we figure out if it's a weapon shop or not. But yeah, people came with a lot of good ideas for vids. Right now, I just posted Raven's Watch. If you're a fan of Raven's Watch, give that a check. The new DLC character is really, really good. After that, we did the Can I Beat 10 roguelikes in a row? I'd like that to go up next. But I'm finding it kind of hard to do the editing. It's like a lot of work. Basically 10 runs of 10 different games. And I'm finding myself like unable to get the editing right. Or a workflow. I have like a terrible workflow. And then after that, I'd like to get up Skull the Hero Slayer. And then Channel 2. Oh no, probably Channel 2 after the channel update. We're due for one of those too. Holy crap. Chat, I just got a notification from YouTube that my channel, I think, is 15 years old. Of course, we haven't been doing YouTube that whole time, but 15 years. I feel like YouTube doesn't even have 15 years clocked. Mimic check a bladed Tonfa. Okay. So probably the skill mimic. Jeez, there's like nothing. I mean, there was stuff, but not the stuff I wanted. Alright. There's Phaser that I saw. I mean, I guess ideally you would go for another pet. Face Flask. Mimic cards? That's like not fair. I can't do that. That's not fair. Alright. Mimicked Face Flask it is. We'll leave it, because it's literally not doing anything right now. My oldest video is 15 years old? Wait, what's my oldest video? Expose me right now. What's my oldest video? The Dead Nation PS3 video is 15 years old? Older than some people in chat. Oh no. I wonder if that's even playable. You know, nowadays, like, you lose licenses to stuff, and it was online only anyway. Is there like a world where it's actually not playable anymore? So whatever, like, 10 bucks I paid for the game is just gone. It's interesting because it's like you download the game, right? So for them to say, oh, we lost the license to the game, so it's no longer playable even if you downloaded it. I could understand if it was like the game was online only, almost like it's cloud. But it's downloaded. It's literally on my PS3. Just like my copy of PT on PlayStation 4. I'm so afraid to load that up. I feel like if I loaded up PT, I'm actually gonna lose it. But it's still sitting there. Yeah, I gotta say, Dead Cells for me is like heaven and hell at the same time. What I mean is that it's heaven when I win and I'm satisfied. It's hell if I lose. I mean, some games are worse about that than others, to be honest. There's some roguelikes where if I lose, I will literally stop playing the game until their next update. It's like I just can't be bothered to see if it gets better. The roguelikes that really nail it are the ones where when you die and you go back to town or whatever it is, like there's a clear signal of here is what you're like missing out on. Like Slay the Spire, for example. If you lose at Slay the Spire, the like carrot on the stick to have you try again is the whale. So like the last run you had, the whale might actually be different. And now here's like a chance for you to possibly do better if the whale is in your favor. Compared to other roguelikes where it's like, or roguelites, I should say, where when you die and you go back, they give you plus 10 HP. Holy. I've never wanted to play a game more than dying and getting 1% HP. Incredible. Slay the Spire is a weak example. Sorry, I wanted to give a game that I think people know. Otherwise, it's gonna be like a Raven's Watch or a Astral Ascent or something. And while I should have people who know both games, it seems as though a lot of people do not. Which is fine. I'm not saying that you all are supposed to know this stuff. But I was hoping Slay the Spire is an easier example for the average Susie out there. Isaac would have been a good example. I would think the thing that makes the next run in Isaac so, like, worth doing is almost as soon as you load up the first room, or I guess the second room, technically, the game might already look different, right? It could be Burning Basement. It could be, like, Curse of Darkness. There's, like, so many cool things that Binding of Isaac does in even just the first biome. Coupled with, like, other characters and whatnot. I just don't know what's available for a fresh install. I'm not gonna waste the money on a health pot. I think we're fine. All right, so Face Flask, Vengeance. It's not a cookie cutter build. I know y'all are thinking, V, we've seen this a billion times. No, you haven't. Someone asked me today how to beat 1 BC. Don't tell me you know what Face Flask Vengeance is. Big strength in Isaac is that there's plenty of final bosses too. Yeah, a lot of roguelites, even the best ones, Hades 2 for example, it's the same boss every time. The only thing you get in Hades is extreme measures. And I'm not a hater or anything, like I have a lot of hours in Hades 2, so don't think I'm saying that as an insult. But when we think about, like, okay, some roguelikes are hell to play, we can see why. I feel like you're the right person to ask this. You play like every roguelike. What do I think about Raven's Watch? I need a new game to play and it's on sale. I'm definitely a big fan of Raven's Watch. I'd say the game is very Soulsy, as in it's like very methodical. You can't just spam dodge. You can't just spam attacks and be invulnerable. You can't just stun lock monsters to death. The game does make you play its game. And if that sounds like something that you would enjoy, you will definitely enjoy Raven's Watch. It's very well balanced. It is co-op as well, so if you have 1 to 3 people to play with, they can all play with you. Oh, and it has online matchmaker. You don't even need to know 3 people. You just load it up like it's League of Legends, and you could just play randomly with other people. And even that's not bad. It's just a matter of like if someone disconnects because they're playing on McDonald's Wi-Fi. So that is a full endorsement from me. I wish this could get bleed around you. Like, there's a lot of skills in the game that does something when the effect ends. Face Flask, for some reason, does not have that. If I re-roll, it's gonna give me, like, the same stuff. Arrow stuck in enemies, generates cloud, electrocute. There's even lag. You all, like, you don't believe me. My USB is not very long. I'm gonna click this, and then it's gonna change. There's a lag because there's actually not that many things to choose from. See that? Compared to rolling this, how it's instant. It's like the game doesn't have any choices and keeps re-rolling the same choice, and it's like wrong. So it just decides, all right, I guess we're just doing this anyway. I'm gonna see if I can hit move speed. Literally the same thing over and over. All right, combo, melee, instincto. Oh, we were supposed to take vengeance. Dang. I need 4 mutations, stat. I kind of need this cavern. Not gonna lie. I need shops. I don't know if they'll add it later, but currently there's no rejoin feature. I did see some people complain about lack of rejoin. I don't play multiplayer, so I don't really have any proof around that. But I think I do remember seeing that on a review. Yo, we getting giga combo right now. Sheesh. 7. Keep it going. Never mind, there's no more monsters. No teleport either, wow. So yeah, a lot of good ideas for vids. Not enough time to do all of them. Even if I woke up at 5 a.m. in the morning this morning, I don't think I could have put out all those videos that people are asking for. I wonder how early Markiplier wakes up. Am I a big Nuclear Throne fan? I've played exactly 1 hour of Nuclear Throne. Not a bad game. But the oldest roguelite I played was Binding of Isaac. I think I missed the train for Nuclear Throne. Wow, even less brutality. All right, another skill shop. Let's leave it for now. Technically, you could mimic check it. I guess I should have. But like, what would I take if there was a mimic? Not that I have any money. Alright, no mimic. At least there. Yeah, that's resolution number 2. Resolution 1, more live streams on YouTube. Number 2, wake up earlier. If I can do literally those 2 things, I'll be unstoppable. But even this morning, like every time I move, Buster puts his paw on me. He's like laying in bed with me, and it's like if I make a move, he will literally like reposition himself to make it harder for me to get. He does it on purpose. He doesn't want me to win. Or rather, he wants to just be in bed. If we could win in bed, he'd be happy. Buster's the cat, by the way, who you all can't see on camera. 20. Why that turned around, I have no idea. Oh! Oh, he lived. I expected the lava to kill it. But apparently the thing's OP. Oh, look at the giga combo. How'd I lose it? Wait, you're telling me I didn't punch that? I ran out of ammo somehow. Even though on kill I get my ammo back. I also realized that my bone, I think, does more damage while I'm full, which is currently not possible. Because we have Face Flask. If we're lucky, maybe Sadist Stiletto or Chat, what's the sword that does more when you take damage? I need something like that. Alright, here's the first check. I mean, this isn't terrible, but I don't have that much money. We'll only be able to get one thing. Shrapnel? Uh-oh. We're running out. When was the last time anyone's played Wrenching Whip? It at least does a crit. Alright, chill, chill. There's one more shop. No. That's all the shops? Wait, I got double skill shop? No way. I did. Crap. Alright. Spite or Frantic? Looks like it's Wrenching Whip. No, man! Chat, I need a small loan of $69,000. I could have stuck. Crap! This is bull crap. This is why you don't buy Wrenching Whip. Like, on what planet do you ever buy Wrenching Whip? Bruh. Not the Wrenching Whip actually, like, being kinda okay. I mean, it's level 12. So I guess at this point, like, any weapon would have been good at level 12. But when you're sitting on Spite Sword, there's no way. Can I sell the Wrenching Whip and get $69,000? Probably sells for like 800. My multi-knock? You're telling me to sell my multi-knock bow? That's messed up. I wonder which one sells for more. Uh-oh, we're almost there. I'll still take chat's help, though. Everything helps. Take out the demon. I have not been using the throwable at all. I am curious to see how much this sells for. 1,200! Yo, we got a little stack on us right now. A little walking around money. Alright, there's a pan. A bunch of scrolls and scroll fragments, apparently. Okay. A little power spike about to happen. No synergy with ice armor there. Ever use the face flask, it will simply break the ice armor. See what's in the shop. Anyone seen Terraria new update? Excited for the Dead Cells Island crossover. Wait, wasn't that announced like 4 years ago? They were gonna add Conjunctivius and what else? Serenade? I don't remember what the crossover stuff was gonna be, but is that really not a thing yet? I thought they would have done that a long time ago. Not that I really keep up with Terraria news. It's been a long wait for just a Dead Cells crossover. There must be other stuff in there too, right? I don't know what kind of news people want. Oh crap. I was not paying attention. Funny enough, I was going to respond to someone saying V.60s in Cavern, and then I stopped looking at my screen, and there was a skeleton jumping at me. Oh. Probably weren't gonna get it. There's a bunch of stuff in there. Really? They're moving like that. I respect Terraria. I don't know if I could see myself being like a Terraria main, but I definitely respect the game. Alright. $900 for that whip. Sheesh. Times are hard. I got nothing for that. I could probably do Scarecrow. I mean, I should probably just go to freaking Giant. Not that Scarecrow will kill me, but someone said earlier that my stats are low. And technically Scarecrow gives less scroll fragments. They didn't say how many stats I need, though. At least I don't think I saw that text. Yo, dabbing. Do kids even dab anymore? Now that like 6, 7 and stuff exists? Not much money. Let's wait. I do need Instinct, though. In my opinion, combo goes away. Dang, if only I had the move speed on base flask. I have $400. I am not doing too hot right now. I need a 4th mutation slot. That's what we should have gotten. We should have gotten legendary amulets that have a mutation built in. Imagine how sick it would be to find a mutation that has YOLO built into it. Well, a necklace that has YOLO built into it. That would be so sick. Should save that. Ah! Kill! I can't. I need the flawless for another legendary that I probably have to sell. Kill! Alright. I have a hard time doing giant flawless. Any tips? You need a build that kills the giant by itself. So Owl, Tesla Coil, I guess Face Blast Vengeance does a pretty good job. Survival, I think, has it the worst. Obviously, some stuff like Broadsword could hit the giant's fist, but a lot of survival weapons don't have a very good air stall to them. So you're gonna try to jump and hit the fist, and you'll just fall straight down. And it ends up being, like, not great. Ukulele? Rhythm and Bouzouki, I guess that's survival. Yes. If you can get the timing down. Rhythm and Bouzouki does a good job. Legendary Spin the Win. I think we're all set. As I knew, I was gonna sell whatever showed up. Wow. Alright. We are going into... Ain't No Way's Distillery. Cursed Distillery. I do believe that's a throw. I can do anything, to be honest. I feel like this setup does, like, pretty decently against Queen. Because my worry is that I won't be able to kill Shantae until I change out the pet. But at least the pet can hit the... I was gonna say the sisters. I don't know if they're sisters. The pet can kill the servants on the way up. The pet can fight first phase Dracula, but not second phase. So I think this build has to go here unless I replace my pet. What's this head? This is bubblegum. I believe you get it from... not worms. Because the worm has its own. You know, I can't recall off the top of my head where this head comes from, but I have a full unlock guide for every head. So it is in... It's relatively spoiler-free. I think I have one section that says, hey, this is the spoiler part. It's from Biters. They have their... Oh, there's a separate one. Okay, so there's one, which is probably bubblegum, that requires you to summon, like, 8 Biters, 8 Wormettes. And then there's another head that is have the worms kill Hand of the King. And that head is, like, literally a wormette on your head. Thank you for that. That did a lot of damage. That was like 30%. Just for, you know, a down slam. Is that a get good? Are we in agreement that me down slamming without scrolling my camera down is a get good? Freaking reload the whole level off that. Legendary. Oh my god, it's still there. I had no idea where it went. Legendary Medusa. I am, like, kinda subscribed to that. On servants especially, that could be kinda sick. Alright. We should probably do something. Not the taunt. Though taunt could be very funny. With Face Flash Vengeance. Brother. Not me about to buy a sinew slicer. We gotta get out of the pet business. The puppy mill. We're closing the puppy mill. Advice on beating 5BC? I think it's about making better builds. Like, if you're gonna go ranged, make sure that you're actually playing ranged and not just, oh, I have a crowbar with a marksman bow off color, just in case I need to hit something from afar. Like, 5BC needs your stats to be in line with the build, and the weapons need to be there on purpose. Otherwise, you're gonna do no damage. You're gonna stack the malaise meter. It's not about speedrunning. Like, I'm not speedrunning right now. I'm just playing the game as normal. But the build is good enough that I don't stall. I'm almost hitting them on the fly. I think that's the true secret to 5BC. The best builds are ones that get no malaise at all. Like, you'll know your build is actually giga busted if your malaise is like under 3. If it's anything higher than 5, something's wrong. Could be that you're backtracking too much, like I am right now. But if I play this right, by the time this biome is done, I will have, like, no malaise. You're not surviving too much. I need to get good. And, honestly, if it's a difference of, like, okay, I don't have enough time to learn the monsters, that might be an assist mode setup. Turn on infinite lives, and you will learn what those monsters do eventually. Sometimes it's not about, like, I'm gonna brute force my way through the game, rather than I'm on infinite lives because I can't get the timing on Rampagers down. So I am going to fight this Rampager until I get it right. Yo, that's someone's favorite weapon in the chat right now. Don't be afraid to raise your hand. That kills. I should have timed this run. I mean, I guess I could look at how long the live stream's been up. But if we're gonna do all 3 colors today, let's make sure this doesn't turn into a marathon. Yo, my fighting game installed. Face Flask. That's so fun. I'd say lure out monsters. Use your head more. Yeah, that's very good for elites, too. Even before 5BC, you can use your head to bait out elites. Get them to teleport to your position. I don't really do that very often myself anymore. But when I was learning the game, that was a 5 things I wish I knew moment. B, do you have a favorite from Brutality, Tactics, and Survival? Brutality, I think I said Bladed Tampa. Tactics is probably just Money Shooter. Even though it's OP, I do enjoy playing Money Shooter. I think I'm gonna Acrobatic Pack. Survival. Oh, and it's too late. Oh. Nope. Alright, we have to check to see if there's any other pets on the map. I will go hand hook if there's a kitty cat or something. Or if I find off-color worm grenade, I will actually change and go hand hook. Alright, 2 chests. Last chance to run hand hook right here. I'm sure you all are thinking, B, why would you ever want to run hand hook? I'm gonna show you all why. Oh, wow. But it has to be either... It has to be some other pet. Except the owl. Owl will not work with hand hook. Yo, get yeeted. The knockback on the legendary is so good. It's like a real weapon. Like, it kills. Well, it didn't kill that, but you all get the idea. Yo, Pivotal, good to see you. How's the stream going? It's going pretty well. Today I had to decide between Blaze Blue or Dead Cells. I went with Dead Cells because this like specific event I haven't done in a while. But probably all this week I'll be doing Blaze Blue in preparation for Blaze Blue X. Wrong teleport. Alright, so we're gonna take this, get rid of Leg Hugger. I think Sinew Slicer is literally better Leg Hugger. It just can't die. The Leg Hugger, that is. Okay. Acrobatic Pack, Instincto, Vengeance. Will this be a VOD on the YouTube channel to watch later? Yeah, all of the live streams are watchable. I know some creators put them on members only.
No, look at that damage.
And I
We're
was
dead.
thinking about it, contemplating it. But this one, at least, will probably stay public. Vengeance. Acrobatic Pack. Instincto. We'll probably have to use a health pot. Well, maybe not. I might be able to just climb. Yo, John Fallout 99 saying I just beat 3BC. Yo, good job. Congratulations. soon to be in 5 BC, because you don't want to be in 4 for very long. Alright. So we can toss this in, and then walk in. Face Flask, Kunai. She's dead. Very good, very good. That's what we want to see, people. Excellent use of that acrobatic pack. Someone out there didn't even know I had acrobatic pack. Toss it in. Ooh. No. No. You can't do it like that. You had to do it to him, V. Why'd you have to do it to him? She didn't die because I didn't use my base flask. I'm actually trolling. Am I gonna take damage? Whoa, no, man. Is that my fault? I guess my fault for not killing her in like the very first moment. Get good. It's like, get good. See ya, sucker. What's she doing? I do believe I saw some sus behavior there. She's shooting from a banana clip that does not need to reload. That's kind of messed up. My bad. I was taking it too easy on them, apparently. You're so lucky. Alright. Rip Flawless, but it's fine. Giga food here. Toss it in. Roll. Nice. Ooh. Top 3 build? Perhaps. Perhaps. But then who gets the credit? Is it the spite? Is the face flask vengeance? Or is it the Medusa? No! Everything's showing up so late. That's awful. Alright. This first run took us a little while. I yap a lot, so it's fine. It's never Medusa? I don't know. That Medusa, the Petrify, let me do my full combo. Maybe that wasn't possible without Medusa. Actually, I think it can get, like, poison on hit or something. Yo, Blaze!
V.I, V.I, V.I.
Blaze, I hope you're staying warm out there. I just saw it today. Quick refresher. 15 degrees right now. Chance of snow. Double damage. Blaze, thank you for that 73 years. Retirement age. I mean, better retire now before they get rid of it. Feels like 5 degrees. Oof. In EU temperatures, that's, very cold. Blaze, this one's for you. A classic Queenie. Using... Whoa, 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 whoa. That was a questionable looking thing. So much for a classic Queenie. Did she block the Petrify? She can do that? Oh my god, I had nowhere to stand. I actually hit the face flask button, and if I went down to 1 HP from all the reality slashes, I would have lost that run. I didn't even consider the idea that the face flask could kill me if my HP was too low. It wasn't even a thought in my mind. But she actually would have killed me if she got me down to 1 HP. Like with the one-shot protection, if you get low from like 25%, you just stop at 1 HP. I would have actually died. But that's a brutality win. 1 of 3 today. Let's try to speed this up and get these next 2 dubs. I do have up there though. Blaze did do the thing. We said if I lose, I'm gonna gift subs. If I win, y'all know what to do. We had people on Twitch do it. Blaze did it. If anyone on YouTube wants to match Blaze, now's the time to do so. YouTube has channel memberships. You can get yourself a nice little badge, just like some of the other folks. Alright. Tactics means new color. I'm quite partial to this one. Someone kept asking me about a Dead Cells waifu. What was that question? Was that like a legitimate question? I'm gonna do this for now, but I'm probably not gonna keep it. Toxic Cloud's kind of interesting. Am I doing anything after the runs or in the stream? Since we're dual streaming to YouTube, I feel like YouTube viewers don't really go for the I'm gonna play games for 8 hours and it's gonna be multiple games. They needed to be a very specific thing that day. So because of that, I am only gonna do these Dead Cells runs and then probably call. Otherwise, today's vid would have been, can I beat 10 roguelikes in a row or something? How long would an all boss run take until you kill all bosses? So like a speed run? Does it have to be boss rush? Or do you mean a like normal set of runs in Dead Cells where you try to like route specifically to get to all bosses? I think someone did experiment with that speed run. Yeah, normal run, but you have to like path efficiently. I think it's a very cool run. And it can be done in less than... If you think, like, each route is 3 for final boss, because there's 3 final bosses. But then Route 2 has... I mean, I could look right here, right? So there are 4 bosses right here. That is a minimum 4, I guess, like, runs to get to these. But then I think at some point, you probably Alt F4 and go again. So that way the last 3 runs do not have a redundant final boss. Because then this is only 3. So I think that's the strat. So it's probably like 3 hours. Obviously, if you're speed running on 0 BC, it could be very, very short. Maybe even just the 1 hour. Any recommendations on getting good quick? I don't think I have a get good quick recommendation. Because it's not the same for everyone, right? I could say make better builds, but then someone might say, V, I struggle using a controller. And then I could say, well, try D-pad over analog stick. And then someone would say, B, I don't really struggle on controls. I struggle because the bosses hit too hard. So then I say, all right, you have to, you know, focus on dodge rolling and making sure that your HP is up. And then they may say, V, I just used all my health pots, now what? There's too many things to just have one single get good quick. Why you say there's easier build to make than Hokuto's bow? Is that in reference to the tubes that I did just now? Or is that just a general question? Do you have a favorite pad in terms of fun factor? Yes and no. My favorite way to play right now is to simply go to whatever biome has incentive. Some people don't do these incentives at all, right? So like right now, I'm going to Arboretum. That's my favorite way to play right now. Almost like a pseudo randomizer. At least like fog gate randomizer. Let's get out of here. Technically, it does make you stronger, but there is a very, very high chance you die. Very high chance. I'm gonna take this and see if it forces purple. Kind of wish Windblown didn't bomb. Okay, so to decide if it's a bomb or not, I think the idea is that you would go here. Most played roguelikes. Windblown. Maybe roguelike is not fair, right? It's probably under roguelike too. Let's try roguelite. Yeah, so I guess like the idea of it maybe being a bomb would be because it's like number 138. It's behind stuff like Chrono Arc, which is a card game. That makes me want to do action roguelike instead. Okay. In action roguelike, we're at 87. There's a lot of other like single player games, but then Windblown's also in early access. Hades didn't really pop off until it was 1.0 release. Hades 2 did like very well in early access, but it wasn't until 1.0 when it got into like consistent top 10. So I think there's still time. Could be copium, but I think there's still time for it to like get into top 20. I'm gonna do this. Could have done No Mercy. Alright. Does anyone know why manipulating amulets to be against your color is not working anymore? There's been no updates, so if it ever worked, it should still work. We'll certainly see here. I'm assuming it's just RNG. But maybe a top 5 speedrunner will say otherwise. I don't know if that information's in the game's code either. Because like even from a modding perspective, we don't really have a lot of coding information. How are those misses? That was the same time. Copium. Now those are too late. What in the world? Alright, get me off this weapon. I don't know how to use this, apparently. Alright, let's head in. I am gonna try to speed this run up a little bit. Ooh, $8,000. I don't know. Nice owl. Don't want to take the double damage. Which blueprint should I get from servants first? If you don't have blueprints from servants, that means you probably don't have the win on servants. I wouldn't even consider the blueprint first. I would think about getting the kill first. I can't do this. And there's no other bows. No way. Yeah, I'm cooked. I can't use Nerves of Steel. Am I getting old? My interest in gaming has decreased by a lot this past year in favor of other hobbies. I wonder if that's the same for anyone else. Chat, anyone else out there got hobbies? You may not even have a hobby. You may just be taking care of the house. I think that counts for something. V, I'd love to play some Arc Raiders, but this grass ain't gonna mow itself. The aluminum siding is falling off the house. Not only that, I gotta install blackout curtains and a noise barrier because my neighbors are so freaking loud. Last night they had a raw milk party and I almost threw up. I get it. I'm almost of the opposite, where like I want to play stuff and I end up like not doing other stuff because every game is fun right now. It would be a lot easier if games sucked. Y'all remember when games used to suck? Where like you might lose and decide I'm just gonna turn the game off. I feel like I can't do that now. The games are too good. Even something like a Marvel Rivals. I lose, but I didn't turn the game off. Snake Fang. Not opposed to that. Haven't played Ice Crossbow in a long time. I think this on this map is actually too dangerous. Victims freeze nearby when they die. We don't have shots pierced on the first one. See what else is in here. Another one. Mine is better. Boy's Axe. Remember I said I was gonna try to go faster? Look at me now. Poison on hit tentacle. I don't believe it had self-synergy, or else I'd consider it. Alright. I need Boy's Axe. Looks fun with bat. Yeah, it's a S-rank item, even before the bat was invented. If I were... Oh, dang, I kind of want to play this. Don't have to do it right now. If I were to make a request, not to say that you cannot play baseball bat. Ooh. Did I sell that Snake Fang? I think I rolled off of it. Alright. Found the build. I do believe we're using this for the rest of the game. Thank you for answering each other's questions, by the way. I know I'm missing stuff, especially on the YouTube side. But I am very happy that you all are helping each other out. If Snake Fang comes back, we take it. Wormettes. It would be okay, I guess, to take Wormettes. But I'm looking like kind of glass cannon right now. So my expectation is I probably have to use either ice armor or cards. Oh my god, it's so satisfying. Well, there goes the streak of all purple. The 135 one dream is gone. Or is it? I mean, I still have the one dream. Said you make a recommendation to taking something over bat with voice acts. I would almost like someone to play ammo mutation boy axe as just the original weapon and see how that feels. You get double boy axes, toss on point blank, and those things hurt. And it kills most things in the game. What am I looking at? What is this? That's a 0.1% spawn. I didn't want to stop. Yeah, that was a rare, like, $25,000 Labubu spawn. I guess those aren't a thing anymore either, right? Now it's those ugly things that they sell at Walmart. Maybe they have those at Five Below, too. Nice jump. Kind of the nice thing about the worms is that they will follow you around. So they just ate up that Thorny without me needing to throw a Tesla coil at it, but I'm pretty sure my coil would be active. So for that, it's like, why bother using worms if I always have a Tesla coil? Not legendary. I'm just gonna get the scroll fragment and leave. Dang. I'm telling you, if Snake Fang comes back, we're locked in. Where was that other weapon shop? To the right? V, you're supposed to be speeding up. Just stalling. Padding my numbers right now. Bruh. I mean, I guess you... Nah, I'm gonna save my money. I don't care about the shield. We're not gonna keep the shield anyway. If Snake Fang shows up. Okay. Prison Depth. We go point blank. And then get some pogs going. Yes. Yo. Meat Lion? Or Metillion? Let me know if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I have a thing against pronouncing people's names wrong. Does this not get launch arrows? It only gets launch grenade? That seems wrong. Alright. Does point blank proc on reality slash? I believe it do. We have a Dead Cells secrets video. I mean, it's probably in a bunch of different videos, but that's why we're using it. We gotta find some damage. fact that it can jump away from the reality slash is kind of screwed up. What's the point of cutting all reality if you can just jump out of it? Ooh, the reach! Gonna let that change. Someone asked me earlier, am I gonna do anything after the Dead Cells runs? I will probably play something. Family game night recently has been Marvel Rivals. We have some people who are like on Enshrouded as well, for those who like love Enshrouded. It's alright. It feels better now than it did like when we first started. Legendary. Legendary stun grenade. Holy. Log in. Oh yeah. Oh snap. We are getting scroll world record today. Outside of that, I've been doing a lot of team fight tactics. I'm currently gold 2. It's just fun. I'm not really like trying to climb. I'm just enjoying having a game where like I'm getting paired against. I messed that up. I'm getting paired against like decently proficient people, but I can still at least get top 4. That to me has been quite fun. There's a couple of like backpack battle style games that have come out recently. I wouldn't mind trying those at some point. Wow. Oh jeez. Didn't I sell that food earlier? No, I think I ate it. I ate it because I get bonus damage while I'm full. But I was only missing like 2 HP. Can you give me tips on how to beat 5BC? I'm struggling. I have a whole Zero to Hero Dead Cells walkthrough where we went from fresh file, 0 BC, all the way up to 5 BC. And the 5 BC one is full of tips. Chock full. In fact, if I told you tips here, you'd be missing out on better tips in that video. Oh my god, well, I certainly see there's an issue hitting bats. I do believe I swiped every direction but the one the bat was in. That's concerning. Sheesh. We need the DLCs. Yeah. DLCs for what? For Dead Cells? This is fun. All right, let's go to Ossuary. I don't know if I can go to Ossuary. It says I can. But is that like anti-synergy? Because I can die to Reality Slash? I don't know if Reality Slash ignores Thorny's back. Probably the initial sword does not. Alright, final thing. $15,000. I feel like I'm gonna get a bit of money because realistically, I need to re-roll this until I hit launch a grenade. Okay, that's better. I did lose out on the crit damage, but monsters can die before it gets crit. And I think that is, I think the launch arrows is stronger than 20% crit. Especially with the point blank. That was weird. Did I throw out 2? Okay. What's your opinion on Assault Shield roll tech? I don't have an opinion on it. It's something I use every time I play Dead Cells. Are you saying, like, it's worth doing or not worth doing? Like, should I learn to do the Assault Shield stuff? I think if you like that kind of thing in a video game, absolutely. I don't think it's required to beat the game. But in a lot of games, that speedrun tech does sort of like work for non-like speedrunners. I missed a secret down there. Backtracking. I need this money. I mean, I guess I don't need the money now that I got the shoot an arrow. That was the main thing I was gonna just spam rerolls for. Osprey is pretty long. Most OP build for any color? I don't think I have one of those, but I did record new top 3s. I think one of them is still maybe up in the air, though. We're not 100% sure if it's a top 3 or not. That cursed me. I was under the assumption I would not be cursed by my own owl. But I guess that's fine. Super awesome. Thanks for the super interesting content. I feel inspired to go back to Dead Cells after a year or so. AJ, what have you been playing, if you don't mind me asking, over the last year? I have been posting vids for other games too. Maybe you're a fan of Mega Bonk or something. I don't have a Mega Bonk video. But maybe I got something. Ooh. Yo, blessed seed. Blessed thy seed. Apparently. I'm just gonna wait out the V.60. Yeah, chat. 696909. Log in. That's the seed. The blessed seed is 696909. Not a joke, by the way. You've been playing some Space Marine 2, Skyrim, mods or no mods, and Jotun Slayer, which we did showcase for the 2025 video. Crap, where's the curse? We gotta be careful. I'm gonna run out of monsters. Gonna waste some of these. I'm cursed for some reason. Where's the curse? Where is it? No! I can't find this curse. I'm gonna run out of monsters. Has to be down. This is like the only other place on the map. Invisibility. I'm in. I'm in. They can't hide the curse now. Okay. And plenty of monsters. Down slam apparently breaks the curse. Well, not the curse, the invisibility. Wow. Wow, wow. Alright, let's go find some stuff. You stay invis if you roll during down slam. Ooh, that's high level intel. Very high level. I should have gone survival just now. Because I think ideally it's cards or ice armor or bust. We are 2 glass cannon right now. And there's stuff like this. Oh my god, oh my god, my heart just stopped. And then restarted. Oh, wow. I'm speechless. How I didn't just die on the spot? Like, I even turned my character around. And I don't know if that, like, forced the monster to not get hit by the slash. Wishful thinking, I'm sure. No Snake Fang. Snake Fang or Pure Nail while purple. We'll take either one. I mean, I don't need the rest of this stuff. We already got the challenge rift. Let's peace out. I'm stacked. I got giga money. Stand on my money and turn to 910. That's a little Lil Uzi verse. Electrodynamics is really good even on its own. Yeah, I often don't take the cards because I feel like it's not fair to the monster. We gotta give them a chance. What'd I just hear? I just heard the sound of an Inquisitor shooting. Am I tripping? Anyone else hear that? I mean, it's done now. It was only at that one moment. Y'all think I'm joking around, but when I play Dead Cells, I am like so... Wow, another 0.1% challenge rift. I am looking at so many different things and like even listening for things. Even though I've been playing this game for so long. Like it takes a nanosecond for me to decipher that something's wrong. There are Inquisitors on this map too. But it's like, surely the challenge rift takes you to another map. It's like the Inquisitor bullet isn't there anymore, I'd imagine. Alright, we did not get Snake Fangs. We leave. We go to... Oh my god, I could have killed myself again. Apparently I didn't do this. Alright. Now there's nothing to really like tell me if Ancient is not Ancient. If Necropolis is better than Black Bridge, because I can't see the different maps here. But just for the sake of difference, since I did Death earlier, I'm gonna do Concierge instead. And I'm sure y'all are thinking, oh my god, he's taking the easy route here. I'm going here because we already did Death today. And then, with hope, the next run is a different place. The final run of the day. With hope. I don't need the money anymore. So we're gonna swap over. Let's do something spicy. Let's melee. Melee, point blank. Instincto. If we get the ice armor, we'll have cooldown reduction. If I get cards, I won't need Instincto anymore, and I can take something else. It's a bit late here. Yo, J. Key. Or Kia. Have a good rest of your night. Thanks for stopping by. Crap, I just wasted that. It's like I'm not getting reality slashes. It's like I'm just barely out of range or something. Melee into Concierge, oh no! Yeah, I mean, maybe Queen's got it different. Queen is on some next level-ish when we're talking about melee. She's melee beyond melee. Phase Flask? Stop sign. Only because we ran Phase Flask in the last run, I'm not gonna run it here. The legendary one's kind of interesting. It gives you blue barrier based on missing HP. In tactics, that's really not bad, right? If you're Glass Cannon with Instinct of the Master of Arms. That's a lot of cool, like, survivability. that Tactics normally doesn't have access to. But alas, I have decided against. Alright, remember, the bats killed us before. Still have to be careful. Does Legendary Face Flash plus Barricade discard do a bajillion damage? Probably not a bajillion. But yeah, that is Blue Barrier, so that would count. I'm all set. That sounds like extra work. Even this is like kind of nutty. First build I ever beat the game with, got my first boss cell, was Frost Blast Nutcracker. That's a classic. They have that in Blaze Blue Entropy Effect. For the Dead Cells character in Blaze Blue, you could do Nutcracker Frost Blast. That is an actual build. Chat, make sure you wishlisted Blaze Blue Entropy Effect X. Not an ad, by the way. But that's definitely like the next thing I'm looking forward to, game-wise. Roguelite-wise. Some of you all are probably looking forward to Highborn. Which, not gonna lie, I would probably play Highborn. Not really a, oh, I'm gonna play it because it's probably trash. Like, I want it to be good. So I have no reason to not want it to be good. And I did play a lot of Apex Legends when it first came out. Like, Season 0 Apex was super fun to me. It's just like, I didn't play it after that. That golden age of Battle Royales. Dang, that was some good fun. Whoa! Freaking random ball in my face. No other game can really match how smooth Dead Cells movement is. Ow. I think Astral Ascent could give it a run for its money. But they're both very, very good in terms of movement. I guess the only thing Astral doesn't have is literal, like, down slam movement cancellation, but it does have dodge cancel. It's kind of hard to describe, but it kind of has the same tech. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the devs actually saw the Dead Cells down slam dodge roll that I was doing and was like, we should just do the same thing. Funny enough, I think there's an argument to use this. I guess technically a turret does the same thing. I'm definitely... I'm not playing smart. I should just use a turret. Why I'm using this, I have no idea. This is not going to do anything at all. Look, they aren't even teleporting over here before all the monsters are dead. They're too late. Like, maybe for a boss. Like, I kind of have a plan for these wormettes. But in the biome, I shouldn't kid myself. Took the triple stat. Wormet low-key slept on. I probably have some good ideas. Maybe if legendary handhook shows up, it could be quite strong. Oh, I don't need this room, right? I guess you would come here to check if there's a challenge rift. The Swarm is trying his best, SMH. Yeah, give it a chance, give it a chance. In fact, maybe I'm going too fast, right? If I could practice some patience, you would see that the wormettes are gonna pop off if you let them. You're just not giving them a chance. Clock tower? Still don't have Snake Fang yet. Technically, I should try to go to a biome with a guaranteed curse in it. But we're gonna follow the incentives. Oh, take off the double damage. Let me in. Clock tower, worst biome? What about Bank? Surely Bank is worse. Alright. We're locked in. Let's find that curse. And not screw it up. Alright. That does not serve our needs. The only curse I think we want is Pure Nail. But there might be some other interesting options. Taking it easy. Could probably War Javelin myself to death. If we're not careful. I would not put it past this game to make that actually a death somehow. Yeah, sit down. Chat, we're vibing. I'm kinda locked in. Not gonna lie. 424-4. The glass cannon dream is slowly disappearing. Remember, bats are a problem. Ooh, the jump! The thing's playing 2x KO out here. That's the brand new Caitlyn. How in the world? Better? Why War Javelin into spikes when you could just walk into them instead? I ask that same question every day. We gotta make it spicy. I don't want you all to have the boring gameplay. Like, you go to a Veedotme stream and you expect gameplay at a certain level. We only throw the javelin into spikes and then go in that way. Otherwise, it would be the same. There's the cards. Not a mimic. I have a lot of money. This isn't me saying that the dream is over for Wormettes. All I'm saying is that I have smarter decisions I could be making. Like now I can play super unsafe, and it looks even better. I didn't do this for my own safety, I did this for you all. Trust me, you'd rather me have cards right now than Wormettes. Ooh. I'll take it. I go from 7,800 to 6,034 HP. Wow, wait. All right, hope for Snake Fang. I kind of like this. Not a mimic? Really? Okay. Well, no snake fangs. Pierce all magic bow. Acrobatic pack. Is that dumb? Bonus to burning target? That's not dumb, is it? Get rid of melee? Nah, this is so smart. Smarter than a mug today. And I got my cards too. Nah, this is it. I never get to use magic bow. It's a world premiere build right here. We don't need Instincto anymore? That's me just never pressing L2. My poor owl. Owl neglect. Jeez. It's an ASPCA owl right there. No door? Rip build. Build is now in the gutter. I'm like killing. Why are they just dying? Is it 29 tactics? Is that why? No, 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 no! Hey! Didn't even use my cards. I mean, I have cards. Why would you not just glass cannon? 6,100 HP. Yeah, I probably would have died to the mummies. Oh my god. He's locked in. V's next top 3 build. Right here. Y'all are watching me record this live. It is a legendary, so technically it shouldn't count. I wasn't sure if there was actually ground there. I never do that part like that. Yo, a shield. I don't believe we'll be needing those where we're going. Okay, so that's all of green done. I think we still check the food area. Make sure there's no challenge rift, no legendary. Gonna head out. Yo, Miss, thanks for stopping by. Chat, if anyone out there, if you're a first-time viewer, if you're over on Twitch, if you're over on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're following. We do this and other roguelikes all the time. Last weekend, we did Can He Beat 10 roguelikes in a row. We did Blaze Blue the other day. Always something nice to see here besides just Dead Cells. Maybe you're not like a big fan of Dead Cells. I promise you, we got other stuff too. It's a lot of monsters. I don't really need to fight any of those. Oh, we do need to do this. Can't leave little homie stranded like that. Did I succeed the 10 roguelike challenge? Heck yeah, we did. And those were not easy games. I'm not talking about, oh, I did Hades on the lowest difficulty, followed by Vampire Survivors on lowest difficulty. No, we did some hard action roguelikes. Most of which on high difficulty. In fact, chat had to beg me to not go on too high a difficulty. They didn't want to see us lose. This is like actually nice. The 1-2-1. But I think we'll sell. Did you play Isaac during that? No, I did not. Does that invalidate that it's hard roguelikes? That didn't include Isaac. Melee, Acrobatic Pack. What else did I have? Oh, Point Blank. Oh my god. Is that even good? Why do I feel like that's not actually gonna do anything? Maybe I should have re-rolled it. No, I think it does have damage to burning. Yeah, so we do have the synergy. I feel like it's not good. Hey, Veedotme, your enthusiasm is always inspiring. Keep being you. Thank you, Car. I appreciate that. Okay. Not gonna lie. Shooting the javelin, having the arrows come out, and then I teleport behind her, and then all the arrows come in her back, like in her L spine. That was like kind of sick. It's not half bad. Not half bad. I like it. And I think it did do damage. Like, to say it did nothing, I doubt it. S tier, I guess if you think about it, the only thing that's not allowed in here for like top 3 is the legendary. So I guess that would be to say that War Javelin is just good. Doubles the speed of the tornado. I do not believe that makes it good. Not me actually thinking about it. There's no way. Nah, that ain't good. There's no way that's a thing. If it did, like, bleed on hit or something, that would be really cool, but I don't think it can get that. That's, like, triple damage on the tornado. If that doesn't do damage, I don't know what does. We're gonna go high peak and then save Dracula for survival. We have cards, so like if there's any way to circumvent the double damage, technically this is it. As long as I don't get womboed. Those poor arrows. They got nowhere to go. Rip cells? Chat, did I miss some cells? Those are your cells. How good it would be in a tiny room where it could go back and forth faster. Let's try the elite. We're gonna have to fight an elite slasher, right? That'd be the perfect time. Nice try, buddy. Hate those things. You all didn't see that. That's a rare input. They don't call it input error. Chat, what do they call it in like fighting games or like MOBAs when the person makes an actual like mechanical error? Like it's not typical of a bad piece of gameplay, but clearly like they fat fingered or something. They call that a specific term in fighting games. Misinput. I like misinput better than fat finger. It happens to the best of us. I'm sure Punk out there has done a misinput at some point. Alright, let's set up. Tornado is a utility skill, very good at displacing enemies and controlling space. It's bad because playing full scrolls means killing everything instantly. Yeah, I guess like in a vacuum, when you're not considering what you could be doing instead, Tornado still does its job. It's just on Dracula, there's a couple of monsters, because for those who don't know, Tornado actually rejects projectiles. There's a couple of monsters where their projectiles come out too fast, that the tick rate on the Tornado is not fast enough. So it doesn't block all the projectiles. But that's probably like a 1% player-based issue. Like a non-issue, a Veedotme issue, if you want to be specific. You know, Fire Blast would be better. because I teleport onto the monster. So technically, like, those arrows won't miss if I do Fire Blast instead. Alright, go, go, go! Get him! It did kill. Oh my god, I almost died. Certainly did rip those things apart. 10,000 damage apiece. And no burning oil because they were in water. So, I mean, hey. You ain't never seen a build like that. Why are you chasing me? Buddy, I was nowhere near you. Send it. 3, 2, 1, release him. I mean... Who said Tornado was bad? Not me. I'm the biggest Tornado glazer in the chat. Oh, snap, I could leave. We're probably missing, like, a bunch of scrolls. I do feel bad. Oh, and the javelin spreads oil? Ooh. I feel bad, but I can't. That's too good. Look at that. Could this build do Dracula? I don't think it's safe. I think I can get one shot by Dracula, so I probably shouldn't go for that. Waiting for the map reveal. 40% damage! Sheesh! Sheesh! What about lightning bolt in the backpack? I have died to that before, way back in the day, and I know it's probably been fixed. But I'm so, like, jaded from that situation. I just refuse to try it ever again. I think the actual bug was that if you use something like Face Flask or Toothpick, like anything that, or I guess like Whip Sword. I think Whip Sword would do it too. Those items could potentially lock. I guess Whip Sword wouldn't be one to do it, but there are specific skills and weapons that would keep the ability going and would cause you to die. So I have not used it since then. But like I said, it's probably been long fixed. Okay. Let us leave. $534.5, respectable numbers. Someone said earlier that my numbers seemed low. I wonder how they feel about 534 and 5. If those numbers are still low, I don't know what else. shot per second tornado, I have double damage with 9,000 HP. I think I probably, in our best interest, both mine and the chat's, I think you all want the cards. All right. Tornado is very good here, too. Gotta be careful about your first War Javelin, because I think it can send you off the map. Okay. I messed it up, I guess. Alright, it wasn't really Giga Meltation, but it wasn't nothing. Oh, he had no idea where I was. He was looking all over the place. Buddy, I'm right behind you. He thought I turned the game off. No, I'm still here. What in the world? Not bad. I do believe the monster died. If you were to ask, like, is it a busted build? Maybe the answer is, did boss die? If yes, then maybe, you know, something's going on. If the monster didn't die, then the build sucks. Tornado blew dust in his eyeballs. Though I don't know if it actually has eyeballs. Alright. Technically speaking, I have no answer for Shantae. Besides Tornado. So that could be a problem. I think shooting arrow upward might help. Okay. I did that on purpose. Alright, we have to save every tornado for that. Snake Fang possible. Kind of throws off the entire build. Wow, it showed up. That takes out all the Acrobatic Pack content. I see. Interesting. Honto desu ka? I don't know which one to go for. I'd say the spirit of the build would be to stay as is. However, I do believe Snake Fang will absolutely destroy the boss. So there is that. What do you all think? Give me a S in the chat to swap to Snake Fang. It'll be Queen's Rapier plus Snake Fang dual bind. Or W in the chat to stick to the War Javelin, Fire Blast, Burning Oil combo. I am almost positive they both win. Over on the Twitch side, we got W's. Over on the YouTube side, I am also seeing quite a bit of W's. Not the Barnacle, which would actually work with the Snake Fang. swap Rapier for Snake Fang, and that will give us an oil source. My poor queen. You're telling me Queen's Rapier isn't doing anything? No. It just so happens to be that everything wants to die to Javelin. That's not the Queen's Rapier fault. Rapier. Oh wow, that ate a card. See? Look at all those rapiers. You can't Snake Fang that. I mean, maybe you can. Oh, that scared me. Alright, I have the tornado. I don't know what to do there, and I got hit. Can't tell how many times you've died to those lightning mages. I'm pretty knowledgeable at this point. I'm surprised the one piece of lightning hit me in the first place. But the real thing that scares me on this map are the birds. Like, Shantae is a big deal too, but I can outplay a Shantae. I don't think I can outplay a bird. This thing right here. Sasuke looking at. Pretty sure they have Uchiha eyes. If you look at them up close. Yo, speedrun skip. I can see why you all would not want me to swap. It is definitely entertaining. And the idea that maybe the Snake Fang poison plus fire just choke the boss out, and he's stuck inside the tornado, little Kansas City Twister, and that's not someone's nickname from high school. I can see why you all would like it. Someone even said, V, you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You got all the recording you needed for Queen's Rapier. Now you can double dip and get some recording done on Snake Fang. Oh. I was like, wait, how'd I get over here? Alright. Let's take care of it. Ooh, no! Where is it? Oh, I never grabbed it. Alright. I think that's good. We got good eats right here. Oh, I need to kill 6 monsters before I leave. That way we get the bubble back. I don't know why I'm scared all of a sudden. All right, 4 more. 4 is a lot. 2 more. Wait, 2 more? Why is that not counting for foresight? You avoid the first damage you deal. This effect recharges when you kill 8 enemies. Why did that bird not count towards the kill? I'm still 6 of 8. What is that? Who do you report that to? Am I tripping? Tell me if I'm the one out of place here. If I'm out of pocket. Those counted. I always thought this was bugged, but could never prove it. You had the guy from Dexter. Chat, what's his name? You always knew something was going on. What's his name? Some of you all don't even know it's from Dexter. You just know it's a meme. Soaked? Wow. Thank you, autocorrect. Alright, we're gonna lock it in. We're gonna lock it in. Chat, by the way, I hope you all are staying warm. It is currently 15 degrees outside. Snow accumulation expected. All right, we have the fire source. I mean, we have multiple fire sources, I guess. I don't think you do any rerolls here. Melee mutation's nice because it is crowd control. Maybe you take off point blank. Because I think I need the quick chug. So acrobatic pack, melee. I mean, there's an argument where you would go instincto to get the tornado back faster. But ideally, does he even survive long enough to do that? And of course, that's me putting a lot of faith in this build. The build could be trash. I can't imagine it's bad. Out here in New York, is it snowing yet where you are, Tipson? You're warm in Australia. Good for you. Tell the spiders that they must be so happy being warm. Alright, chat, we got spoiler content coming up. If you don't want to see the true boss of Dead Cells, avert your eyes, your ears, and your nose. This should be very fast. And it's 6:30. I'm gonna check to see if we can do another run after this. I'm not positive. But at least let's go in here and see how we do. Alright, back again for the medicinal. And we're not talking about the place up the street. Someone asked, where's my 2,000 cells? They're gone now. So, I wish I could do something with the 2,000. If I could give them away to you, then I would, but not possible. You! I see some meltation. I only got one chug, though. It's a little disappointing. Is it because I took off point blank? I think I needed instinct, though. Oh, wow. I just went into the spikes. Perhaps the war javelin is, bait. Give me that. Wait, what? Isn't it a quick chug? How did I not get the chug off? And it's a barrier, too. We almost botched it. Lost, well, almost lost because we lost the Queen's Rapier. The vision of the build gone. I mean, me going into the spikes. Perhaps no Queen's Rapier could do anything about that. Short, I mean, I guess technically if I didn't use the War Javelin and ran Snake Fang Rapier, which is what I was gonna do in the first place, like that was originally what this showcase was gonna be, then there would be no teleport into anything. But we would not have a source of fire if I did that. I would have to replace the cards with, like, flamethrower or something. Which isn't bad. Like, that would still work. Alright. Chat, let me step away for 3 minutes. See if we're able to do that third run tonight. The survival run to finish this off. Again, it is, like, bitter cold outside. I might have to, you know, take care of the house. But do not go anywhere. We will be back in just a bit. All right, chat. What we're gonna end up doing, I'm gonna actually call it here. The last run that we have due was the survival one. We'll do that on Monday, I believe. Same time, same place. Make sure you're following the channel. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow on Twitch. Become a member on YouTube. Become a subscriber on Twitch. You got all of those options for you. Next time we're on is same time, like 2:30, 3 o'clock or so. We'll do Dead Cells first, and then swap over to Blaze Blue after. But either way, fit change before leaving. I mean, if you're saying that you got an idea for an outfit, go ahead and drop it. But I will have to dip set here. Anyway, you all have a good rest of your night. Of course, if you're in the U.S., make sure you're staying warm. Extra cold outside. Frostbite sets in very quickly if you end up going outside. But otherwise, you all have a good night, good day, good evening, good whatever, wherever you are. Thanks for the ongoing support. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're followed. And I'll catch you all on Monday.